Welcome to Istanbul in Turkey. Group A of the Basketball Champions League. Galatasaray taking on Dinamo Sassari. And what a game we have here for you. All the pressure on our visitors, Dinamo Sassari. A win tonight and they will progress to the Basketball Champions League playoffs. However, if they lose, all eyes will turn to that Tenerife versus Bakken tie. If Tenerife win, then it'll be Tenerife and Sassari heading through. If Bakken are able to turn over top of the table Tenerife, then they will join Tenerife through into the playoffs of the Basketball Champions League. For Galatasaray, our hosts here this evening, well, unfortunately, progression is not an option for them as they will end their Basketball Champions League campaign here this evening. Here are your two games. Bakken Bears at home to Iberostar Tenerife and Galatasaray taking on Dinamo Sassari. A great way to finish off this Group A action here in this season's Basketball Champions League. As I said, the home team, Galatasaray, they would have expected so much more in their inaugural Basketball Champions League season, but I'm sure they've learnt a lot and they'll be ready to come back bigger and stronger in future seasons. Slight change to the layout of this year's Basketball Champions League. We've got 8 groups of 4 instead of 4 groups of 8. Top 2 teams will progress through, as we can see, as it stands. Tenerife, well, they're through as leaders of the group. And at the moment, Sassari are in the driving seat to pick up the second spot as their fate rests in their own hands. A win here and they will progress through to the playoffs. However, there is so much at stake and been plenty of upsets across the Basketball Champions League this season. Nothing is written in stone until that final buzzer goes on both games. Our visitors this evening, Dinamo Sassari. Well, the Italians, well, look at their roster, but they've relied heavily on the veteran big man, Miro Bilan. 17 points, 8.2 rebounds per game. They've also brought in the addition of Ethan Happ. Wait to see if he plays this evening. Only signed 2 days ago from Fortitudo Bologna. He did play 1 game in the Basketball Champions League for them before picking up an injury. 19 points, 10 rebounds, 6 blocks against Bilbao for him. We'll wait to see if he is suited up this evening. For the home team, Galatasaray, well, they've had changes as well, but it's at the top of the tree. Coach Ekrem Memnon, his first game in charge of Galatasaray in the Basketball Champions League, only took over as head coach 6 days ago. I'm sure he'll lean on Daryl Macon, he's been leading the way. 18.8 points, 3.8 rebounds and 3.4 assists per game, lighting up the box score so far this season. Travis Trice also showed out well in his first Basketball Champions League game of the season. Last time out against Bakken, he put in 12 points and dished out 6 assists. Plenty of talent in this Galatasaray roster. They've just not been able to string it together into a coherent performance so far. One last chance for them to salvage something from this campaign. We'll wait to see if they do, as Sassari will be introduced, sadly still to empty stands here in the arena. For Sassari, though, it's been an interesting Basketball Champions League season so far for them. They were flying at one stage. They have a 7-game win streak. That was up to 2 games ago, and they've lost their last 2 games on the bounce. They'll need to correct that as quickly as they can. And it's been the defensive end that has been a struggle for the Italian team this year. 3rd worst defense in the Basketball Champions League, conceding 89.6 points per game. Statistically, they'll be slightly relieved to look at the other end of the floor, and Galatasaray are actually the worst defense in the Basketball Champions League, shipping 91.8 points per game. So we could have a high-scoring game here. Both these teams focused on the offensive end, that's for sure. Sassari, however, statistically, they'll be quite happy with their rebounding effort. 5th across the competition, pulling down 33.6 rebounds per game. But will this be a matter of which team has the better offense, or can either of these teams turn on their defensive intensity here in the final game of Group A for them? Galatasaray now being introduced. Not the debut season in the Basketball Champions League that they would have expected, or anyone involved in basketball would have expected. Real powerhouse of European basketball, Galatasaray, but truly shows the strength of the Basketball Champions League. As I said, defensively, they've struggled. The only team in the Basketball Champions League to be conceding more than 90 points per game. However, on the offensive end, they've been impressive. The best three-point shooting team, shooting just over 47%, and their field goal percentage overall is over 51%, so highly efficient on the offensive end. It's just defensively how leaky they are is what has caused them problems. And as I say, is this going to be a bit of a shootout here as the two coaches Sassari into the game, tonight's game, on the back of a domestic win, as do Galatasaray. Just a 2-point win for them over Ormond. Emil Jefferson, standout performer in that one, 16 points, 8 rebounds. He'll be hoping to emulate that kind of performance again here this evening. Here's the starting five for Sassari: Spisu, Bilan, Bernal, Benjus, and Gentile. A real household name five out on the floor in the blue of Sassari. And if they can string a performance together here this evening, they can secure their place in the playoffs. Coach Pozzecco, absolute icon of Italian basketball, will expect him no less. He'll be disappointed in the last two games where his team really have failed to perform. Other end of the floor for Galatasaray, it's Trice, Macon, Moten, Williams, and Kirksall will round out the starting five for Galatasaray. Again, phenomenal starting five and an absolute ton of talent sitting on that Turkish bench as well that can come in and make a big difference. You wonder where the coaching focus has been for both of these teams in the preparation for this game. For Coach Ekrem Memnon, his first Basketball Champions League game in charge, and his last for this season, as his team will exit after tonight's game. But this is part of a bigger picture for him, wanting to build a bit of a dynasty here for Galatasaray. Really put their path in place for a successful closeout to the second half of their domestic season. And who knows, build towards another challenge for the Basketball Champions League silverware next year for Coach Pozzecco. He doesn't want his players to have their eyes on the playoffs just yet. They haven't sealed the deal just yet. He knows his players will have to focus in on making sure that they try and secure the win as early as they can. The last thing they want is to be relying on Tenerife taking the win against Bakken in Denmark. That's a big ask. If you want to stay up to date with that game and any of the games around the Basketball Champions League, your best bet is to download the Basketball Champions League app. It's available on iOS and Android, so no excuses. Get your devices out, get it downloaded. It'll bring you all the latest highlight videos and news and features from around the competition. If you want to follow along tonight's game and get your geek on, you can follow the box score and get your head into the detail of the stats. Always adds to the game for me. But yeah, make sure you download that app as we enter the final few seconds before tip-off here in Istanbul. An arena that's hosted many an amazing game of basketball. Be interesting to see what spectacle these two teams serve up for us this evening. We're underway here in Group A of the Basketball Champions League. Final game day, Galatasaray taking on Dinamo Sassari. Sassari take the win. They secure their place in the playoffs. So a huge amount at stake for the Italian team. Good ball movement here. Macon. Shot goes up from Trice, gets the score. Nice fluid start to the game for Galatasaray. Oh, nice spin on the baseline by the big man. He's been doing it all season. Miro Bilan goes straight to work here. It's just a quick footwork. He reads the defender well, feels where he is on his back, spins to the baseline, gets the score and draws the foul. Hands his way to the free throw line. 83% free throw shooter Miro Bilan. Veteran Croatian, knows how to score the ball, that's for sure. And there's your commentator's curse. Getting it out of the way nice and early here. Trice now finds Macon. Williams sets the screen, but it's come off the leg of Macon. Good defense there in the end from Gentile. Spissu hands it straight to Trice, an unforced error. Trice to the basket, doesn't get the score, and a bit of a get out of jail free for Marco Spissu there. Menjus now looks to drive to the basket, has to come back out though as the door was closed well by Brooke Motum. Bilan, nice cut, good ball movement. Menjus open wing three. Oh, and it's good. Smart start for the Lithuanian. Real awkward matchup. Can pretty much play 2 through 4. And Mantas Benjus. Trice now uses the screen well into the corner. Quick catch and shoot. Is no good for Kirksall. Gentile, good ball movement. Both teams working well offensively, and Bilan's going to draw another foul. He is a problem. Williams is going to get blown for that one. The American just wrapping his arms around Bilan. Bilan using every one of his 31 years of age and experience to draw the foul on Williams. Instant change for Galatasaray. Emil Jefferson's turn to see if he can wrap Bilan up. Shot goes up from Spissu. Slightly short with that attempt though. Good quick hands in the passing lane from Gentile. But it will remain Galatasaray ball on the sideline. Selfless play here. Kirksall to the basket. Kicks it back out. Wide open for Macon. No good for the three. Galatasaray, best three-point shooting team in the Basketball Champions League. Shooting exceptionally well from outside. Shot goes up and is good. Showing some range, Marco Spissu. Confidence in his shot. Prior to tonight's game, 62% from outside. Nice smart move by Brooke Motum. Very experienced Australian. Played at the highest levels of European basketball. Oh, Gentile with a smart mid-range pull-up. Looked to be a tough shot. Almost had to correct his action as the defense came from behind. Kirksall now has got the mismatch against Benjus. Pass comes out to Motum. Motum drives down the lane, hands it off, and an easy score for Emil Jefferson. Scored 15 points and pulled down 6 rebounds in his first Basketball Champions League game against Bakken. Jefferson did. Good quick hands and a good read by Motum. Trice now. And another good pass. Foul's going to be called. Unsportsmanlike foul called on Gentile, I think. We'll wait for the call to be confirmed. Unsportsmanlike foul has been called. Let's have a look. Yeah, looks like one from that camera angle. So Jefferson will head to the line for the shots and Galatasaray will take possession. Jefferson misses the free throw. First of his 2. Hits the second, maintains his 50% free throw shooting percentage in the Basketball Champions League. Galatasaray to take possession as well. Macon now. Sassari defense is working well, dealing with the spacing of the floor from Galatasaray well. Macon for 3, gets a shot away, draws the foul. Gentile going to get called for his second, 2 in quick succession for the Italian international. Going to send Macon to the line for 3 free throws. 85% free throw shooter, Daryl Macon. First points of the game for Macon. Really has been leading the way for what has been a tough season in the Basketball Champions League for Galatasaray. Daryl Macon, almost 19 points, 4 rebounds and 3.5 assists a game. He's been trying to do it all. Gentile left on the floor, even though he has 2 fouls. Bilan looks to dish it inside, but the pass back in from Benjus is no good, and they're out at the races. Kirksel with the easy 2 in transition. Floats to the basket. Galatasaray take the lead. First points of the game for Kirksel. Gentile, good ball movement. Spisu for 3, no good. Rebounding battle. Bilan ends up with possession. Hands it off. Oh, and rejected. Good defense by Jefferson. And Burnell's attempt is swatted away. Macon for 2, nails the 2. Worrying signs for Sassari. The lid's been opened on Macon and his scoring. Can be a long night. Benjus now. It's going to look to back down Macon. The double team's going to come across. They exploit it quickly, but rotate well. Galatasaray's weak side defense helps well. And for a team that's not known for their defensive prowess, that was a good phase of players. Kirksel makes the criminal mistake of stepping out of bounds. The lane was wide open. Would have been an easy 2. Let's have a look at the footwork. Yeah, that right foot just stutters back. Here's the defensive play from Jefferson. Wrapping up Burnell. And there's the jumper from Macon. Such elevation for that jump shot. Takes him clear of the defense. Gentile gets it knocked away. Another great defensive stand from Galatasaray. But it's stolen back, and Bilan with the quick outlet. Spisu will get the easy, uncontested 2. A real back and forth run and gun affair for the last couple of possessions. Just over 4 minutes left in what has been a brisk first quarter. Olnaz in and out. As Jefferson hits the hardwood. Burnell now. Benjus for 3. Not this time for the Lithuanian, and the foul's going to be called on him instead as he breaks up the transition from Galatasaray. Smart foul, really, as they had the numbers advantage. Here's the previous play, and yeah, Benjus is lucky not to have a foul called against him. Palm of his hand into the back of Jefferson. Not sure how much pressure he applied, but the officials potentially could have called him for that one. Arslan's come into the game for Galatasaray as Kirksel's gone out. Trice now, just quick feet, gets a lane, drives in, the finish isn't there. Olmaz can't get the finish either, but the foul is going to be called. Let's have a look at the replay. No foul in that situation. I think the foul's going to be called reaching over the back from Burnell. That's going to send him to the bench. His first foul. Only the second team foul of the quarter on Sassari. Olmaz at the line for 2 shots. First appearance in the Basketball Champions League this season for the 24-year-old big man. Third season for the senior team here in Galatasaray. Starting to make his name. Shot goes up and shot is good. Olmaz found slightly asleep on the defensive end by Benjus. Didn't step out quick enough. Made to pay. As that 3 ties the game up. Maycom for 3 is no good. Tough shot in the corner with a defensive hand in his face. Benjus tries to draw the foul. Officials having none of it, rightfully so. Slightly too contrived, the action from Benjus. Travelling violation, I think, is going to be called on Amish. Let's have a look. Is it the little hop as he steps through? Yeah, both feet need to come down and lifts his foot before releasing. Travelling violation. All tied, just under 2.5 minutes left here in the first quarter. Spissu for 3. Another big outside shot for Sassari. Gives them the lead again, and remember how important this game is. Sassari's fate is in their own hands. They win and they progress to the playoffs. They lose and they rely on Tenerife bailing them out. Good offensive hustle by Emil Johnson. Another offensive rebound for him, and the score takes his tally to 5. Katic, nice pass into the corner. No good, and Galatasaray will come back with it. A real back and forth opening first quarter we've had so far. Neither team claiming control or dictating terms either. Slightly scrappy start to the game. That shot from Jefferson really wasn't in his wheelhouse. Didn't have the confidence when he let it go. And Beelan is an absolute terror in the Basketball Champions League. Olmaz is going to get called for the foul as he tries to rough Beelan up. The double team came across from Jefferson, but Olmaz has already committed the foul. Beelan heads to the bench on the back of that one. In his place comes Gandini. Gandini with the screen. Oh, what a pass. Had to be absolutely perfect. Benjus hits another 3. Sassari starting to dominate from range. Their lead is out to 4. Good vision from Katic. Sassari, are they making a move to claim an early lead, to take control of the game? Maycom may have something to say about that. Into the corner, Arslan is fouled. Looks like he's hurt his knee as he's hit the ground. Sassari in the penalty though, so we head to the line for 2 free throws. Let's have a look at the replay. Oh yeah, it's just a contact between the 2 players that's caused the pain. Kroshlin called for the foul. .7 assist game against Bakken back in game day 2 for Galatasaray was Yiğit Arslan's best performance this season. A role player within the Turkish roster, struggling from the free throw line though, which you can't afford to do at this level. Prior to tonight's game, his 3-point shooting was at a higher percentage than his free throw shooting. Not a statistic you usually see. Katic drives the baseline. That's a tough pass, but Kroshlin does well to secure possession off it. Drives to the basket. Strong move as he floats the rock high off the glass. Six-point lead for Sassari now. Final possession of this first quarter. Macon gets the 3 away. Comes up short. 10 minutes down. Sassari in the driving seat. 6-point lead as they try and secure a place in the playoffs. End of the first quarter. Galatasaray 17. Dinamo Sassari 23. Here are your shooting stats from that first quarter. The one that really jumps out to you is that 3-point shooting. 0% for Galatasaray, 56% from Sassari, 15 of their 23 from outside. Still plenty to play for though here in Istanbul. Interesting first quarter of action as expected. More offense than defense on show here this evening. Both these teams known for their offensive firepower. Benjus is the man of the moment though. 3 from 5 from outside. Emantas Benjus, 9 points, 2 rebounds to his name. Spisu also shooting well from the perimeter. 2 from 3. He's on 8 points, 2 rebounds and an assist for Galatasaray, as expected in our pre-game chat. Emil Jefferson with 5 points and 3 rebounds, and Daryl Macon with 5 points, 2 rebounds and an assist to his name. Still plenty to play for though. Remember, for Sassari, everything is at stake in this evening's game. A win and they'll make it through to the playoffs. If they lose, they're relying heavily on Tenerife beating Bakken in Denmark. That game is underway at the moment. And Bakken Bears lead that one by 2 just at the start of the second quarter in Denmark. So the pressure will build as the game progresses. Can Sassari contain that pressure? Interested to know if the coaching staff from Sassari keep the players up to date with what's happened in Denmark. I wouldn't imagine they will. Ultimately, it's for them to win here. That's the job. Second quarter action underway here. Group A of the Basketball Champions League. Galatasaray 17, Dinamo Sassari 23 at the end of the first quarter. Shot goes up, comes up short, but Kroshlin is fouled. And will take a trip to the free throw line as RJ Hunter comes in for Daryl Macon. Easy foul to call. Left hand and the body connecting with the hip of Kroshlin. Kroshlin at the line. Hits the first. Here comes the commentator's curse. Yet to miss a free throw in the Basketball Champions League this season. Philip Kroshlin. The Croatian is almost automatic from the charity stripe. Averaging 10 points per game. One of those great bench players that you can rely on to come in and make an impact on the offensive end. Valuable skill for every roster. Sassari's lead now up to 9, a game-high 9-point lead for the Italian team. Amish now looks to find Jefferson inside. The pass isn't there. As Arslan drives to the basket, but the foul's going to be called on Kroshlin. clearly on the floor, so it'll just be a sideline possession for Galatasaray. The pass is a little bit too far for Jefferson to handle. As Barış passes out of bounds, it's on that roll, a little bit too much weight. A little bit less on it, and that would have been a great pass and an easy score for Jefferson. And just for three, real quick release, tries to convince the officials he was fouled. Absolutely no chance that was going to get called. Next to no contact. Hunter for three! Looks at Benjus as he connects with it to say that's how you shoot the triple. And Hunter, one of the household names in the Basketball Champions League, played for Turk Telekom last season. Hasn't had quite the same impact here in Galatasaray, just averaging 11 points per game, averaged nearly 14 at Turk Telekom, but has the ability to be a real game changer. Kroeschlin for three, no good, and it's over the backboard and out, so it'll be a Galatasaray ball. Oh, toes almost on the line. Not this time. Made no difference though, as the shot was no good. As we see Gandini head to the bench for Sassari. Into the action comes Treya. Look at the replay. Hunter in the corner for the three. Treya fighting hard with Jefferson for the rebound. Trice now. Uses the screen. Good ball movement. And Almaz can't hit the long three. Real confidence from the 24-year-old. And just for three. Oh, and he's hit another one. You can tell he's feeling it here this evening. Emantas Benjus. Sassari's lead back up to 9. Benjus going to get called for the foul on that one. A little overzealous on the offensive end. And Emantas Benjus is a dream and a nightmare for a coach. Plays with such confidence, as we see a replay of his foul on Almaz. Plays with such confidence as he heads to the bench for the Italian team, and Bilan comes back in. No coincidence he's come back in when Williams is back into the action. Williams really struggled to defend Mido Bilan in the opening stages of the game. Trice puts the brakes on, floats up the teardrop, off right with that attempt. Katic will slow it down. Drives inside, hands it off to Bilan. Bilan can't hold on to the pass though, and you hear the roar of frustration from the big man. He knows that Katic pretty much gift wrapped that one for him. If he'd just caught the ball, that would have been an automatic 2. Hunter now to Trice. Galatasaray try and find some kind of rhythm on the offensive end. There's going to be a foul called. Offensive foul is going to be called on Jonathan Williams. I think that's going to be his 3rd foul. Let's have a look at the replay. Oh, it's that left elbow, yeah. Easy call for the officials as Treya works so hard on the defensive end to try and front the post. Williams drawn into committing the foul. Galatasaray with the timeout. Let's listen to Coach Mennon's first timeout in the Basketball Champions League. important phase of the game we're entering now. You just feel there's a bit of a tipping point here. Can Sassari open up that killer lead? Or will Galatasaray bring the Italians in close? Treya now looking to feed Bilan. He does. Going to go up against Williams again. Double team comes across. Nice defense in the end. And a smart play by RJ Hunter. Gets the block. And the heads-up play as he throws it back off the legs of Kroshlin to keep possession for Galatasaray. In fact, off the chest of Kroshlin. Look at that chase-out block. Real smart play. And that's what RJ Hunter can bring to the team. Plenty of experience, 45 NBA games under his belt, RJ Hunter. Arslan. Good quick ball movement. Motum, left hand is good. Beats the shot clock buzzer. And you feel that Motum could be one of the keys here for the Turkish team this evening. Bilan looks to spin out, kicks it out. Treya fakes the three, hands it off. Kroshlin for three. Oh, and it continues to rain for Sassari. Philip Kroshlin with another long bomb. Takes his tally up to 8. Williams mid-range 2 is good. That'll be a sigh of relief for Williams. His first score of the game, his first shot of the game. Really struggled to get a foothold in this one. Katic drives inside, hands it back to Burnell, to Bilan. And an easy score. Beautiful, fluid offense from Sassari. Motum feeds it inside. Splits the defender, but travels. The defense is good from Treya in the end. Williams almost there, though. Maybe a split second too late to make that jump through the defenders, because Treya had managed to get himself in position. Burnell now finds Treya. Treya going to work against Motum. Double team's going to come across. Treya needs to pass out of it and does. The shot comes up short, but Burnell scoops it up. Bilan. Absolute easy score for Bilan. And he's in the right place at the right time. Again, 6 points, 4 rebounds in under 12 minutes of play for the Croatian. There's going to be an unsportsmanlike foul called in the mid-court, I think between Motum and Bilan. Two big guys just got caught up with each other as they were trying to get back down the floor. Let's have a look at the play. The steal from Bilan. Motum putting his arm across Miro Bilan, trying to stop him from getting into the transition, and Bilan tries to throw him away. Let's have a look from this camera angle. Oh, that's the Bilan score. This is a play by Motum. Yeah, he's got his arm across, and Bilan's not happy. And Motum needs to be careful. That left arm came up pretty high. The officials are going to review this one to see what level of foul it is. Let's listen into what the officials have to say.
Hello. We want to review the last situation in the fast break, if it's unsportsmanlike or normal foul. You can make from the main camera. Yes. Okay, this is good. No, we can see. Look. What do you think? The first is holding by the Bilan. 12 white. You can put one more time. Put one more time, please. Put one more time. No, the same is very good, yes. Go, easy. Yavaş.
He's pushing, and also the other one is pushing.
Yes. With 21. Because it's a double. Okay? Remain double unsportsmanlike and 21 on the shot court, in the front court.
Double unsportsmanlike foul called. Both Bilan and Motum blown for an unsportsmanlike foul in that tussle. Seemed pretty fair. Maybe Bilan could feel a little hard done by as Motum was the instigator, but they both had a little bit of handbags. So that's how the officials have concluded on that one. Back into the action straight away. Bilan now feeds Burnell. Double team comes across and Galatasaray doubling down in the low post. Shot goes up from Katic, is no good. Trice will use the long rebound to put some pace into the offense. Macon now. Trice looking for options. Macon so static. The Galatasaray offense just not moving. Hunter, corner three is no good. Galatasaray are going to struggle to score if their entire offense is based on just spacing. Hunter steals it away though. Transition, hands it off to Moton. Offensive foul is going to be called on Hunter. Basket waved away. You can look at the shock on Hunter's face. He can't believe it. Be good to see a replay of this. Here's the steal as Katic loses his footing. I'm not sure I agree with the officials' call on that one. I think that is hard done by for RJ Hunter. Tough to call in full game pace. But I think, yeah, that was a hard done by one for RJ Hunter in that situation. Sassari lead by 12, under 4 minutes to play here in the second quarter. Kroshlin tries to get it back to Katic, but Daryl Macon has quick hands in the passing lane. Still be a Sassari ball though, as we see Kroshlin head back to the bench and Stefano Gentile comes back into the action. Iconic figure of Italian basketball. Kirksall into the action as well for Galatasaray as Hunter heads to the bench. Gentile now pulls up, elbow jumper is good, makes an impact almost instantly. And there's your sign of quality from the veteran international. Kirksall looking for options, hands it off. Motum now almost loses possession, floats inside and makes the best of a tough situation. Brooke Motum. 6 points for him. Sassari's lead still at 12 though. Bilan looking to go to work. Double team comes across. Good defense by Galatasaray, and that's going to be the key. Trice now out at the races. Looks like he was fouled by Treya, nothing called. And Sassari come back the other way with an easy two-handed flush for Burnell. And that really is a heartbreaker for Galatasaray. Worked so hard and end up with a 2-point swing in the wrong direction for all the effort they put into those two possessions. Treya going to get called for the foul on Williams. Sassari in the penalty, so that's going to send Williams to the line for 2 free throws. And yeah, it's that lazy right arm over the top, or that's how Treya's trying to perceive it to the officials. That's the last play. Actually, great defense by Treya. Just stood his ground, kept himself big. And there's the easy transition score for Burnell. Williams only 23% from the free throw line in the Basketball Champions League this season. Plenty of experience though, just 25 years of age, but has NBA experience, averaging 5 points and 4 rebounds for Washington Wizards. Scores both in his trip this time. Sassari's lead pulled down to 12 points. Galatasaray want that in single digits if they can by the half-time break. That will give them a psychological edge. Burnell now. And the double team in the low post from Galatasaray. That tactic seems to be working well. Then just for 3, No joy. Bilan scoops up the loose ball. Is he going to get the score? Waved away. Shot clock violation. As coach Pozeko looks on in frustration. Correct call by the officials. Timeout has been called here in Istanbul. 28 to Galatasaray, 40 to Dinamo Sassari. Let's jump into Coach Memnun's huddle. Important 2 minutes of action here for both teams. Galatasaray trail by 12. Dinamo Sassari can almost smell the playoffs. Remember, a win here this evening is enough for them to book their spot in the post-season playoffs here in the Basketball Champions League. Macon now back at the top, waiting for the screen to come across from Jefferson. Pick and roll action. Macon does well to get Gentile on his back, seals him out, takes him out of the defensive structure and gets the score. Sassari lead down to 10 points, Macon up to 7 points personal. Double team will come across, there's no two ways about that. Out to Spisou, nails the three. And there's your problem. When Sassari have such a dominant big man like Bilan, it opens up the perimeter for easy perimeter shots. Spisou claiming he was fouled. Officials call nothing on that one. Off the leg of Bilan, so it will remain Galatasaray ball. Trice now. Inside, looks to hand it off, but hands it away instead. It's going to be another turnover. Sassari possession. And the way it feels is so much is on the shoulders of Travis Trice. Nothing really happening in front of him. No real options being created by his team's offensive system at the moment. And he's having to try and create them on his own. Bilan spins the baseline. The double comes across. Benjus feeds Burnell in the low post. Into Bilan. Too heavy-handed. Burnell does well. Spisou for three. In and out. Another rebounding fight. Loose ball's going to fall in favour, though, of Galatasaray. And Bilan just makes a nuisance of himself on the offensive end, hustling for every offensive rebound. He just knows if he grabs the offensive rebound that low in the paint, he's hard to stop. Oh, quick first step. Kirksall is enough. And Kirksall just puts the Jets on to get past Burnell. Does well to use his strength to almost body Burnell out the way. Last possession of this first half. 6 seconds differential between shot clock and game clock. So Galatasaray will actually get another possession. Shot clock at 4. Spisou for three. He's fouled. Jefferson jumping out and fouling him in that situation. As Kirksall and Burnell have a little coming together. There's a replay of the foul. Jefferson can't believe the call. Spisou will head to the line for 2 free throws, though. Kirksall spoken to by the officials. about maybe the level of aggression in the play. Coach Memnon, plenty to talk about in the locker room at the half-time break. Spissu hits the first of his 2 free throws. The reverse of this game, he had 22 points, 5 rebounds and 8 assists, so he certainly enjoys playing against the Turkish team. Having a real step-out season, averaging 2 rebounds and 3 assists more per game this season. What can Travis try to do with it in the final seconds? Gets the shot away, doesn't get the score. And that is the half-time buzzer here in Istanbul. Half the job done for Dinamo Sassari. 20 minutes gone. Galatasaray 32, Dinamo Sassari 46. Here are your shooting statistics. Galatasaray struggling from outside while Sassari dominate from outside. 8 3-pointers in that first half. And here's the rebounding battles, pretty even. Sassari playing a good style of team offense whilst Galatasaray working hard on the defensive end. Top scorers, Spissu with 14, Benjus with 12 and Kroslin with 8 for Sassari. Macon 7, Motum 6 and Jefferson with 5 for Galatasaray. Here are some of your highlight plays from that first half of action. Plenty of highlights for us to look through as well. An exciting first half. Remember, for Sassari, a win here this evening books them a place into the playoffs. However, a loss leaves it in the hands of whether Tenerife will take the win. For Sassari, though, Spissu has stepped up. 14 points, 3 from 5 from the perimeter. He also has 2 rebounds and 2 assists. Also in double digits is a Mantas Benjus, doing a great job from downtown. 4 from 8 for him, along with 2 rebounds and a big effort on the offensive end. As for Galatasaray, no players in double digits. Their scoring being led by Daryl Macon, as you'd expect. 7 points, 2 rebounds and an assist. Just behind him is Brock Motum, 6 points and 3 assists for the Australian big man. 8 players on the box score, though, for Galatasaray. That will be a good sign, but their offense has looked slightly stagnant at times, and that has enabled Sassari to open out this impressive 14-point lead at the halfway stage. Sassari's defense doing a great job stagnating that Galatasaray offense. Remember, Galatasaray averaging over 80 points a game. They're tracking for under 65 in this one. Still plenty to play for both these teams, though, in this game. Remember, Galatasaray might not be able to make it through to the playoffs, but this is the start of Coach Memnun's reign in charge of the Turkish powerhouse, and he'll want to make sure that he wins as many games as he can, whether they're futile or not. He wants to set the tone and get things right for his team, and that's exactly what he is trying to achieve here today. Remember, Sassari need to win here to go through. If they don't, they rely on Tenerife beating Bakken in Denmark. At the halfway stage of that one, Bakken Bears 42, Tenerife 34, which means Sassari, as it stands, really need to win here. If they lose and Bakken hold on to the win in that game, then it will be Bakken heading through to the playoffs alongside Tenerife and not Dinamo Sassari. And Bakken really were the rank outsiders prior to Group A starting this season. Still plenty to play for, though. 20 minutes down here in Istanbul between 2 big names in European basketball. Going as the form book would have predicted at the halfway stage. Dinamo Sassari lead this one 46-32 over Galatasaray. I'll leave you with some more highlights, and we'll be back shortly with all the second half action.
Guarded by Morgan, his little pass. Close, but again, another turnover, a third of the game. Oh, easy layup from the trailing man.
Julian just drives into a brick wall. And there's the lob, and there's the finish with the raw. As Tarek Phillip gets out in transition, throws it down with the raw, and gives us a couple of tickets to the gun show.
Morgan, his pass. A little bit behind, nearly a steal for Binar Karsiaka. Now they got it back. As Hunt gets the finish off the lob. Mario Hunt guts up high.
But quickly to the other end, and the follow. How about that from Jay Crockett? Goodness me, the pioneer Crockett flying in and throwing it down.
And Jerusalem look like they've upstairs for the throwdown, and Thomas just highlights it. And Tashawn Thomas push the button, goes to the top floor and throws it down.
Oh, great defense from Krubali, who goes in and throws it down with that left hand. The anticipation, and then he says, there's only one result here, and he throws it down with a little bit of tomahawk action. 8.5 seconds left. What will Strasbourg do? They get it to Colson from behind the arc. Good! Incredible! He's done it again! Only this time he's tied it.
Also into the action for Dijon is Alinge. Oh, what a rejection from behind by Jeremy Simmons. What a play. Dijon thought they had the easy shot.
They've got Korkmaz again. He finds his way out of the park. Wiltshire on the baseline, behind the back. Wiltshire finds a way. Always tries to find a way.
Oh, nice pass, and Madsen comes in and throws it down.
Welcome back to Istanbul in Turkey. In Group A action of the Basketball Champions League. Final day of Group A, and at the halfway stage, we have Galatasaray 32, Dinamo Sassari 46. For the Italian team, Sassari, they're halfway towards their goal of making it to the playoffs in the Basketball Champions League. For Galatasaray, this is merely pride at stake. They're going to finish bottom of the table, and it's just whether they can bow out with a win under their belts. Whether it really is back to the drawing board for the newly arrived coach Memnon. Plenty of action in that first half. Both these teams more focused on the offensive end than the defensive end. Sassari, a slight change as their defense has worked well to make the Galatasaray offense slightly stagnant. That's what's caused the low-scoring 32 points from Galatasaray. They're used to scoring and scoring in droves. They've not scored less than 70 points in a game. They're tracking for less than that at the halfway stage here. But what can coach Memnon do in the second 20 minutes of action? No doubt lean on Daryl Macon. He has 7 points, 2 rebounds and an assist at the halfway stage, but how much weight can Macon take? Let's listen into this Galatasaray huddle. Sassari players already back on the floor. And Sassari are back on the floor early to warm up for the second half. Galatasaray only really coming back onto the floor in any number in the last few moments before the start of the second half. Interesting to see if that has an effect. Sometimes that can make you slow out of the blocks. Not something that the Turkish team can afford. Big 20 minutes of action ahead of us here in Group A as we close out proceedings on the regular season of the Basketball Champions League in Group A here this evening. Second half action underway here in Istanbul at the half-time. Galatasaray 32, Dinamo Sassari 46, and this must win. Final game for both of these teams of the regular season. Trice for 3, a great way to start the second half for the Turkish team. Trice had a difficult first half. Only his second field goal of the game. Bilan going up against Jefferson. Foul's going to be called, and it's Jefferson's left hand that's the problem. Sideline possession. In fact, it could potentially be either hand. Putting a hand on the hip and a hand on the chest as well of Bilan. Gentile uses a screen well. Inside, extends to create the space to get the shot away. And that is an easy score for a man with the ability of Stefano Gentile. Trice drives the baseline, hands it to Jefferson, rejected by Bilan. Filling up the box score again, Miro Bilan. Good hands in the passing lane from Emil Jefferson. Bilan asking his teammates to slow things down. And there is no rush. Sassari are getting the shots they want in the half-court possession. Their offense is creating their options. Pass inside now. And Burnell throws up a prayer as a blocking foul is going to be called on Kirksal. Burnell will head to the free throw line. Just 2 points in the first half for Jason Burnell. 5 rebounds though and 4 assists. So he's more than put a shift in, even if it's not on the offensive points column of the box score, averaging 12.2 points per game. Best performance in the Basketball Champions League this season was a double-double against Bakken on game day 4. 16 points, 11 rebounds in that one. Sometimes forget he's just 23 years of age in his third pro season. Plays with a pretty mature head on his shoulders, Jason Burnell. Kirksell now looking for options. Motum gives him the option on the wing, guarded by Benjus. Oh, what a pass by Motum. The no-look pass from the Aussie. Finds a flashing Kirksell. The easy two. And just for three. Misses, wide open. Galatasaray can't afford to do that too many times. Macon drives the baseline, kicks it out. Motum for three. Too heavy. Galatasaray's woes from outside continue. Gentile for three. And drains it. Galatasaray giving Sassari way too much space on the perimeter. Last two possessions weren't made to pay last time. They are this time. And that's forced a timeout early here in the second half as Coach Memnon is not happy, understandably so. Let's jump into his huddle, hear what he has to say to his players.
Don't wait, just run. Don't receive secret. Pass, then you set secret for Amir. Look, if no, he's coming up, pass, Amir, run to pick and roll. You got it. This is two down. Clear two side, another place.
A simple, if slightly colourful question from Coach Memnon. So apologies for some of the choice language in that timeout, but I think he gets his point across. What is this ugly basketball, I think was the question. Slightly rhetorical from the coach. I'm sure the players will respond and up the ante again. But for Coach Memnon, this is obviously the early stages of building his version of Galatasaray. He has the pieces to work with, plenty of talent in the roster, just needs to shape them to play the style of basketball he thinks that will best suit them. Slight confusion on the offensive end as Jefferson almost dribbles straight into Motum. Trice is no good for the fading short-range jumper. And just wide open for three. Misses again, but the rebound, the tip from the big man Bilan is good for another two. Miro Bilan now up to 8 points, 6 boards, 2 assists. Continues to be a thorn in the side of numerous teams across Europe this season, and the three is good. Macon for the triple. First Galatasaray player into double digits. One of the top scorers in the Basketball Champions League this season, Daryl Macon. Bilan with a quick little spin move, almost too quick though. Macon to the basket strong. He's trying to be a bit more direct now. Good steal by Triso for Galatasaray. Kirksell for three. Doesn't hit it, and Bilan sees the advantage that his team have and executes it well. Foul's going to be called on Kirksell. Sending Bilan to the line for shots. There's a three that was no good. And the outlet pass from Bilan was then almost finished by Bilan. We'll learn a trip to the free throw line though. Second season with Dinamo Sassari. The veteran big man certainly stepped up, averaging just shy of 12 points last season, averaging 17 this season. 3 more rebounds this season. almost, well, over half an assist more per game this season, shooting 15% better from the outside, 23% better from the free throw line. Absolutely raising his game, the 31-year-old. Being asked more of as well, though, playing an extra 6 minutes a game. Amish now looking for options in front of him. Good defense by Spies, who is keeping him on the back foot. Macon now. Motum drives inside. Left-hand floater is no good. Comes up way short. And Sassari will come back the other way. And an easy finger roll is blown by Gentile. Galatasaray now. Hesitation. Drives inside. Jefferson goes strong to the basket. Great defense by Bilan. And the foul is going to be called on Jefferson. He's going to ask for the foul. He's saying, I'm bleeding. And he's bleeding because he ran straight into a stationary Miro Bilan. Here's the miss from Gentile. Wraps around the ring and out. And here's the play by Bilan. He's standing. Let's have a look at the replay. And there's the foul, in fact, on Benjus from Jefferson. 16-point lead now for Sassari. Sassari looking a class apart in today's game so far as the foul is called on Badish Amish. Easy call for the officials as he didn't manage to stay with him over the screen. Galatasaray in the penalty as well. Sassari will make them pay for that. A little under 6 minutes of being in the penalty. Could see quite a few free throw trips for the Italians, and everything is going Coach Pozzeco's way. And that is fortunate, as in Denmark, with a little over a minute left in the third quarter, Bakken Bears lead by 6. Meaning Sassari, if Bakken win, need to win here tonight. If they lose, then Sassari are out of the Basketball Champions League, which would be a shock. Pass inside, nice feed. It's going to be a travelling violation called on Williams. And once again, he struggled. 25-year-old really hasn't made the impact he will have wanted in the Basketball Champions League this season, averaging just 6 points and 4 rebounds a game. Just doesn't have the confidence in his own play at the moment. Burnell. Gentile now slowing things down. Burnell, little turnaround jumper is no good. Rebound falls to Macon. Macon inside, finds Kirksal in the corner, and the three is good. Sassari's 18-point lead is cut down to 15. And Galatasaray will need to have a big phase of play to close out this third quarter. If they can get it to near single digits by the end of this quarter, it gives them the chance, as Bilan, with the strong back to the basket post move, extends the lead out to 17 again. Williams now goes strong, spin against Benjus, seals him out well and gets the score. 6 points now for Jonathan Williams. Burnell facing up against Kirksal to Bilan. Doesn't get the roll. He'd found the space, he'd slipped away from the defense, but the touch was not soft enough. Spisu called for the foul there on Badashamish. It's a little hesitation. Spisu thought he was going to head back to the top, but he just instead changed the pace to go to the baseline. RJ Hunter back into the action as Kirksal heads out. Gentile comes out of the game, and in his place comes Kloschlin. So much talent in both these rosters, no matter where they change through. There's usually big-time experience and ability coming off the bench. Oh, nice shot. Macon hits the long two. And once again, he's trying to lead the way as best he can. He's up to 12 points now, 3 from 4 from the field. Burnell, Benjus fakes, comes back in. Kloschlin wide open for 3 and nails the 3. Real smart play by Benjus. Could have taken the shot himself. He's shooting well this evening, but instead finds a wide open teammate for an easier three-point attempt. Macon, baseline drive, reverse layup is sweet from Daryl Macon. Sassari lead at 14, Macon at 12. A little over 3 minutes left in this third quarter. Spissu for three. In and out. Macon for three. And he nails it. Daryl Macon is lighting things up. He's forced Sassari into a timeout. Trying to cool down Daryl Macon. He's doing everything at the moment. Going to the basket, hitting the triples. The guard is fighting tooth and nail to get his team the win. And he's brought them back to within 11. Let's listen to Coach Buzzeko's huddle.
Okay, guys. So we got just one foul. So they shoot the ball here. They shoot the ball here. And we have this net to make foul.
This game is starting to warm up nicely here. With 2:41 left in the third quarter. And just an 11-point lead for Sassari now. Galatasaray smell a little bit of blood in the water. Daryl Macon has been flying in the last 2 or so minutes of the game. And that's what's enabled Galatasaray to really carve into the Italian lead. Bilan now going against Williams. Kicks it out, wide open for Spissu. Oh, he hits the three. And there is the problem for Galatasaray. When the double goes into the low post to defend against Bilan, the rotation to defend the perimeter shooters is almost non-existent. Olmaz. Interesting that Macon has been taken out of the game when he's warming up. Bizarre choice by Coach Memnon. Trice now into the corner. Hunter for three. No joy. Rebound, though, is going to be won by Olmaz. Great play by the big man, but it's stolen away. Kroshlin just with the tenacity on the hustle. Off the foot of Alamish. No idea why Daryl Macon's been taken out of the game. Surely you leave a player in when he's playing that well. Mido Bilan heads to the bench as Treya comes in for Sassari. Burnell fouled on the floor though. Hunter called for the foul. Galatasaray in the penalty though, so Burnell will head to the line for 2 shots. Just a discussion between the officials at the moment. I think they want to review. We will jump in with them. Let's listen into what the officials are discussing as they go to review.
Hello. We want to review the last foul. If it's a normal foul or unsportsmanlike in all the game. Thank you. Let's see. Yeah, it's correct finish. Call no, it's okay. Yeah. It's finished. The shooter is number 2.
It's a normal foul.
Number 14, the shooter. Normal foul, 2 shots.
Regulation
14.
Foul called from the officials. No upgrade to an unsportsmanlike foul as we see the replay again. And I think they were just checking to see if RJ Hunter had pulled jersey or made contact. They're happy with the call. So Burnell at the line for 2 shots. Connects with the first of his 2. Just the 5th point in the game for Jason Burnell, but what an impact he's had. 4 rebounds, 5 assists. Along with those 5 points, he's really been influential in today's game. Trice now. Amish waits for the screen to be set. Shot clock down to 8. Trice inside, gets the score and the and one. Foul is going to be called on Marco Spissu. And it was just the slightest of hesitations in the dribble that gave him the space. Spissu, second foul. Second team foul of the quarter for Sassari as well. Spissu will head to the bench as Katic comes back into the action. Spissu not happy with the officials on that call. Can Trice convert from the free throw line? Comes up short, and that's really killer when you're trying to fight your way back into a game from a heavy deficit. You have to make every point count, every opportunity to the fullest. Benjus doesn't take the three, drives inside. Treya will take the three from the corner, in and out. Possession is going to be awarded back to Sassari. Let's have a look. Yeah, it's off the hands of Olmaz. Benjus for three. Nails another three. The Lithuanian has been on fire from outside. 15 points for the big man. Really lights out. Feels a real confident flow. You can tell by the way he catches and shoots. Oh, an easy score. Smart baseline. Blindside cut from RJ Hunter for the score. Reduces Sassari's lead to 15. Only 5 points this evening so far for RJ Hunter. Offensive foul is going to be called as Trice hits the floor. I think he caught an elbow from Kroschling. Kroschling pulling the innocent's face. I'll look at the replay. Comes around the corner. Let's have a look. Yeah, the flailing arm. Left arm of Kroschling just trying to push his defender out the way. Here's the backdoor cut from Hunter. Scores the easy 2. And that score was only easy because he read the situation perfectly. Inside pass. And the score's going to be good for Williams. Starting to warm up slightly after a faltering first half. 8 points for Williams. Katic now. Drives inside, gets the mismatch he wanted against Olmaz. Drew him out far enough that the foot speed would be enough. Just 3.4 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. 13-point lead for the Italian Sassari. As Katic heads to the line for 2 free throws. Scores the first of his 2. One of those critical role players, averaging 3.5 points, 2.5 rebounds, 1.5 assists per game. Only played in 2 Basketball Champions League games for Sassari this season. Hits the second of his shots as well. What can Galatasaray do with the last few seconds? Can Trice get the shot away? He does. Comes up short though. 3 quarters down, 1 to go here in Istanbul. Final game day of Group A. Galatasaray 58, Dinamo Sassari 73. 10 minutes left to play. Area shooting percentages, Sassari still lighting it up from outside. That's what's given them their lead, but still 10 minutes left in this one. Here are some of the highlight plays from that exciting third quarter of action. 10 minutes left here for both these teams in the regular season of the Basketball Champions League. For Galatasaray, well, it's the last 10 minutes of their Basketball Champions League season. For Sassari, they're really hoping it isn't the last 10 minutes. A win here would see them move through to the playoffs of the Basketball Champions League. However, if they lose, all eyes turn to Denmark on what the result is between Tenerife and Bakken. As it stands, 6.5 minutes left to play in that one. Bakken Bears 74, Ibostar Tenerife 62. So the Danish side have the advantage. They look like they're moving towards taking the win. So the pressure is fully on Sassari. Sassari win, and they're through. If they lose, it looks like they may be exiting at the group stage, the regular season stage, which would just be unbelievable. No one would have believed that at the start of the season if that were the case here this evening. As it stands, though, Sassari in the driving seat. It really is theirs to lose here. It will take a Herculean effort from the Turkish team, Galatasaray, to take the win here this evening. But it's certainly not out of the question. Plenty of talent, and Daryl Macon was warming up in that third quarter. Strange substitutions, change, taking him out of the game when he was on fire. Let's see what he can do here in the final phase of play. Final quarter underway, Group A of the Basketball Champions League. Final regular season game here in Group A. Galatasaray 58, Sassari 73 at the end of 3 quarters. 10 minutes more action here for you from Istanbul. Game still in the balance. Sassari in the driving seat for sure, but the game's not decided. Treya, good ball movement. Benjus, 3, no good. And the rebounding battle ultimately is won by Galatasaray. Burnell called for the foul as Trice brings it over the half. And it's been a clear strategy from Sassari from the start that they're not going to let Galatasaray score in the transition. They're going to make them earn their points in the half court. Sassari obviously feel that they are a match for them in that half court set. Trice now. Trying to shake Treya and does. Gets a shot away. Hits the 3. Draws the foul. Travis Trice. What a play. Look at this crossover. Creates the space. Draws the defender. A wonderful play. Look at that little crossover. Puts Treya on skates. Hits the 3. Has the composure. Can he make them pay at the line? He can. What a big start by Galatasaray in the final quarter. Sassari's lead down to 11 now. Katic, spin move, no good. Amish setting things up for Galatasaray. Williams. Hunter, long way away. Can't get the score to go, but once again, the Galatasaray offense so stagnant, so static. Not creating any space, creating any opportunities. A lot of work for Coach Memnon to do in the second half of their domestic season. There's the pass to Treya. Shot clock down to 7. Treya, step back, jumper, no good. Jefferson pulls down the rebound for Galatasaray. Trice, quick feet, quick hands, but the shot is a little bit short. Hunter with a smart offensive rebound though. Groshling going to get called for the foul. Amish not, I think, impressed with Groshling's impression of him. As we see Miro Bilan come back into the game. Still conversation carrying on between the two. Bad pass by the officials on that one. Hunter now will inbound the ball. Amish looks to go inside. Travelling violation called on Galatasaray. He's frustrated, needs to be careful. He's going to end up getting himself a technical. Picks the dribble up. Yeah, absolutely. His back foot would have been the pivot foot in that situation and lift that up. It's the right call from the officials, as frustrated as he is. Sassari's lead is at 11. As rightfully so, Amish heads to the bench. Back comes the hot hand of Macon. What can he do? RJ Hunter with another steal. He's out of the races, strong to the basket. Is that going to be unsportsmanlike? As Katic becomes a bit physical with Hunter. Smart play by Hunter, though, who can be a real game changer. Not been used enough in tonight's game, in my opinion. Interesting to see what the officials call on that one. Regular foul has been called. They're not going to review. So Hunter will go to the line for free throws. Can Coach Memnon mastermind a get out of jail comeback win here tonight? I think Hunter and Macon may be the keys to it, along with what seems to be a warming up, heating up Travis Trice. Misses the second, so Sassari's lead stays just in double digits. 10-point lead now for Sassari. 8 minutes to play. The game is wide open. Katic, long two. Oh, he's good. Such a confident shot. Most coaches don't like you taking those long twos. The return for risk is lowest in that situation, so you have to have the confidence to hit them if you're going to take them. Macon now being chased by Belan. Inside to Jefferson. He drives inside and is blocked by Benjus. Comes back out. They've got the mismatch. Macon for three. Oh, and he hits a big buzzer-beating three. Galatasaray within 9. What a play. Right in the face of Miro Belan. And you wonder if they've kept him on the floor, could it be a closer game still? Foul has been called on Jefferson. First foul of the quarter for Galatasaray. Let's have a look. Yeah, that right hand into the chest. And Jefferson, that's the area of his game defensively he's going to have to work on. As we see Stefano Gentile come back into the game. Burnell's coming out. Kloshin's coming out as well. I think Katic is heading back in. Or is it Spissu coming back in? Another steal, RJ Hunter. Working hard, finishes with the one-handed flush. Galatasaray are within 7. They almost looked dead and buried not so long ago. But a resurgence, a fight, a spirit on show from the Turkish team brought them back into this one. Benjus fouled by Hunter on the floor though. Tried to get his third steal in quick succession. Ends up missing and fouling instead. Only the second team foul though. Hunter's fourth. Benjus, oh, hits a short range 2. That short corner 2 is a tough shot. Benjus made it look easy. Trice, hesitation, elbow jumper off the glass is no good. Great rebound by Williams. He goes for the hook shot. No one there to fight for the rebound though. And now Sassari have the 5-on-4. Benjus fakes the 3. Comes back out, and the 3 is good. And how big a shot could that be for Sassari in this year's Basketball Champions League? Spissu nails the triple. Lead back out to 12. Spissu up to 20 points. Hunter can't cancel it out. Spissu has had an exceptionally impressive evening. 20 points, 5 assists, 3 rebounds. The guard is doing it all. And just fakes the 3. Shot clock down to 6. Stolen away, another one for RJ Hunter's steal column. Drives inside, Euro step is good to go. Foul called on Gentile. And RJ Hunter is doing everything he can to drag his team back into this one. He's on 4 fouls, so he has to be careful. But he's creating so many opportunities. RJ Hunter up to 10 points personal now. He's only been on the floor under 15 minutes. It's the bonus from the free throw line. Galatasaray back within 9. Hunter's going to head to the bench. Some questions for me, for Coach Memnon's rotations. He's taken 2 players out now that have both been flying. Hunter is dominant, and Macon was earlier, and he's taken him out of the game at strange situations. Benjus hits a 3. Another big play by the Lithuanian, and Sassari are holding on to their lead by hitting triple after triple. Macon, free throw line, hands it off to Williams. Benjus defense comes across. Williams will get a shot away. But the double team from Bilan and Benjus was enough to lock him out of the game. 12-point lead for Sassari. Under 5 minutes to play now. Bilan backing his way to the basket. Williams with no alternative but to foul. No, in fact, an offensive foul called on Bilan, saying he's using his elbows to push his way back in. There's the help from Benjus in that last play. Timeout's been called in what is a critical moment within this game and within the bigger picture for Sassari as well. Timeout called by Galatasaray though, so let's jump into their hub. Some news from Denmark. They're into the final minute of the game there, and barring a miracle, Bakken Bears are going to take the win against Tenerife. Bakken lead 95-76 with under a minute to play, so that one's pretty much the done deal. That basically means for Sassari, it's a win and you're through, a lose and you go home. What pressure now on the shoulders. I'm sure the players haven't been made aware of the situation. I'm sure they've just been told, go and win the game and there's nothing else to think about. But what pressure now on this Italian team. They have to win, or this is the end of the Basketball Champions League road for them this season. Macon to Trice. Back out to Macon, catches and shoots. It was just the fade that made it difficult. Great rebound by Williams. Trice for three. Is no good. Williams with the rebound and the two. Eventually it's good to go, and the problem that Sassari had there was that Bilan had been switched out to guard the perimeter, and that was their main defensive rebounding presence. So Galatasaray could almost have as many opportunities as they wanted. Kirksal's going to get called for that foul. Let's have a look at it. Yeah, absolutely. It's that right arm that he's put on him as we see Trice with the shot attempt, and Williams eventually getting the shot to drop. Spisu now. Gentile, little step back jumper for two is good. Stefano Gentile putting in a shift as well. 13 points, 3 boards, 3 assists for the veteran. Foul, no, off the foot. And it's going to be a turnover. It's going to be a turnover and Sassari possession. Let's have a look. Yep, it's off the foot and leg of the two teammates. So it'll be an Italian ball on the sideline as Trice heads to the bench and Ermish comes back in. Bilan, spin on the baseline. Oh, how many pivots is he going to put in? Can't get the score though. Tried to put Galatasaray on spin cycle. Amish now double teamed and chased. Kirksal to Macon. Good movement by Galatasaray, and the three, no good for Kirksal. Much better fluidity to that Galatasaray offense in that possession though. Created more problems for Sassari than they have for the majority of the game. Spisu inside, left hand floater is good, draws the foul. And instead of helping his teammate up, Stefano Gentile goes in with the two-footed tackle. That's surely going to make one of the highlight reels, but probably for the wrong reason as we see Gentile go in and end up kicking his teammate in the ribs. All smiles all around and no real surprises. That move by Spisu extends the lead out to 14 with a little over 3 minutes to play. And he connects with the bonus as well. A 15-point lead now for Sassari. Surely, well, that's got to be enough. But Galatasaray really turned up the heat in this fourth quarter. Macon. Little hesitation. Good defense by Sassari. They just literally flooded the paint to stop any kind of penetration. Stolen away. Good quick hands by Gentile. Spissu to Gentile. Gets the two. And Sassari are back to their wonderful, wonderful high-paced style of play. Gentile up to 15 points now as well. Namish looking for options in front of him. The screen set by Jefferson. Namish no good. Rebounding battle eventually falls to Benjius. Benjius hands it back, and Sassari, if they're smart, will just run the clock down now. They have pretty much 1 foot in the playoffs of the Basketball Champions League season. 2 minutes to play. They're up by 17. Benjius, wonderful movement. Katic, 3, no good. The follow by Benjius, no good. Galatasaray pull down their defensive board. And they'll slow it down slightly. Rebounding battle pretty consistent here this evening. Macon for 3. Oh, and he nails another 3. Daryl Macon up to 23 points personal. Uses the screen well, just drags the defense away from where he wanted to take the shot. 50% from outside this evening. Gets his hands in the passing lanes as well, Daryl Macon. And I think that's waving the white flag from Coach Memnon. He's taking Macon out of the game, bringing RJ Hunter back in. But taking probably your most impactful offensive player out with 1:19 to go. I think that's you saying we're done. We're out of this game. This should therefore be just an easy finish for Sassari now. They want to close it out with style though. And Bakken have done everything they could, picking up an 18-point win against league-leading Tenerife, group-leading Tenerife. Tenerife will go through as group winners from Group A. They'll go through to the playoffs. And it looks like joining them won't be the Danish team that have put in a huge performance. It looks like it will be the Italian team. RJ Hunter with another 3. What a shame we haven't seen more of him this evening, alongside Macon as well. RJ Hunter at the 3, Macon at the 2, Trice at the point guard position. That is an impressive offensive threat. Spissu doesn't take the 3, just hesitates and fakes. Just those little jab steps creates the space. Katic nails the fading jumper into the final 30 seconds now. Just over a 10-second differential between the game clock and the shot clock. 13-point lead for Sassari, and a trip to the Basketball Champions League playoff is the prize at the end of the road here for Sassari. They're going to run the clock down now. RJ Hunter still playing defense. I don't think anyone else has put any intensity into the final play of the game, as Coach Pozecco exchanges fist bumps with Coach Memnon. And the players tap hands and show some appreciation. But what a game we've had here, as Sassari seal their place in the Basketball Champions League playoffs. Galatasaray 81, Dinamo Sassari 92. What a game we've had. Galatasaray not bowing out with a whimper, putting up a fight all the way to the final buzzer. A new era has been announced for Galatasaray and Coach Memnon. But Sassari take all the bragging rights. Look at those shooting percentages from Sassari. 45% from outside, 89% from the free throw line. And they're on their way to the playoffs. You can see what it means to the players. Basketball Champions League certainly has a place in the heart of many, a top name within European basketball. Here's your top scorers. Spissu with 23, Benjius with 20, Gentile with 15 for Sassari, Macon 23, Hunter 16, and Trice with 11 for Galatasaray. Coach Pozecco with a smile on his face behind the mask. You can tell there's a smile just about with the eyes poking above the mask. Obviously, health and... Here are some of your highlight plays from that second half. Plenty of plays from Galatasaray as Macon, Hunter and Trice did their level best to get the Turkish team back into the contest. And they really did make a contest of it, going down into the clutch. But Sassari had enough talent, enough experience and enough focus to close the game out. Hat tips have to go to Marco Spisu. 23 points, 3 rebounds, 7 assists for the Italian international. Ementas Benjius, 20 points, 10 rebounds. He gets himself the double-double along with a couple of assists and a block. Also in double-digit scoring, Stefano Gentile with 15. Miro Bilan, his usual, 12 points, 8 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals and a block. Every column lining up for the Croatian. And then Filip Krujlin with 11 points to his name. For the home team, Galatasaray, well, a better performance and an all-round performance as well. Daryl Macon led them with 23 points, 4 rebounds and 2 assists. Just behind him was RJ Hunter, 16 points in just over 16 minutes of play for him, along with 3 steals in that clutch moments. Travis Trice had 11 points and Jonathan Williams had 10 points and was just 1 rebound short of a double-double, 10 points, 9 rebounds for Jonathan Williams. But for Dinamo Sassari, the spoils to the victors, they have secured their place in the Basketball Champions League playoffs with the win here this evening. For Bakken, they have to feel sorry for themselves. They put in a big performance and claimed a scalp against Tenerife, but it wasn't enough. Leading Group A will be Tenerife. Second place will Dinamo Sassari as they look to enter the Basketball Champions League. Draw for the playoffs will take place early in February. The other groups within the Basketball Champions League will finish off their action either today or next week. And then the postseason playoff picture will be complete and we'll know exactly where we are and who will be matching up against who in the second phase of this competition. What a game we've had here, though. What a wonderful 40 minutes of basketball. Plenty of talent on show. But at the end of the regular season here in Group A, we have a clear picture now of exactly what is going to happen. Tenerife lead the group, 4 wins, 2 losses to their name. Dinamo Sassari also have 4 wins and 2 losses. In third place will be Bakken with 3 wins and 3 losses. Propping up the group, Galatasaray, just the 1 win and 5 losses in their inaugural Basketball Champions League season. But what a game we've had here. 40 minutes of action in Istanbul to close out Group A's action here in the regular season. After those 40 minutes, Galatasaray 81, Dinamo Sassari 92. That's the end of the regular season, guys. Make sure you join me back here for the playoff action, which will take place in the coming weeks. So much still to play for, and the silverware up for grabs. Who knows? It could be Dinamo Sassari at the top of that podium come the end of the Final Fours. Thanks for joining me, and I will see you all soon.